Hey everybody, today we're going to be playing the 15 dominant 7th chords presented in the last lesson, and this is how we're going to do it. So we're going to take the chord and play the individual notes first like this. G, B, D, F, and then we're going to play the whole chord and hold that for 4 beats, and then we'll do it again. G, B, D, F, chord, and hold it. And so for the right hand, we'll be using thumb, 2, 3, and 5 for all of the chords. Now when we do the left hand, we're going to be using 5, 3, 2, 1. And it'll be played in a lower register. It'll sound like this. G, B, D, F, and then the chord. And we'll go through all of the 15 chords using the left hand. And this way you get a feel for each of these chords. So let's try it out. Okay, I just want to preface this lesson by saying that if you have a small hand, and this is the first time you're playing chords with 4 notes, it might be very difficult for you. I have a hand that stretches an 11th. So it's very easy for me to play a 7th chord and to span a 7th with my thumb and pinky, but someone who can barely play an octave, who has very small hands, this is a monster chord for them. Okay? So just want you to be aware of that it's difficult to do if you've never done it before. Before we begin playing, you should be aware of some of the similarities of these chords in terms of where the thumb and pinky play. For example, G7th, A7th, B7th, D7th, E7th, all have the thumb and pinky playing on white keys. And for the chords A flat 7th or G sharp 7th, B flat 7th, and E flat 7th, we have the thumb and pinky playing on black keys in all of those instances. For F sharp 7th or G flat 7th and C sharp 7th or D flat 7th, we have the thumb on a black key, pinky on a white key in both cases. And that leaves C7th and F7th, which have thumb on a white key, pinky on a black key. Additionally, the chords A7th, D7th, and E7th are configured exactly the same in terms of how they feel in your hand. And the same holds true for G sharp 7th or A flat 7th and E flat 7th. They feel exactly the same. Also, C7th and F7th fall into that category. Now, if you're having trouble playing these chords, because it's the first time you've done it, I would recommend doing the staccato exercise on the outer notes. For example, G7th, we would just do this. Get a sense for what you have to do physically to deal with those outer notes, and then add the inner notes to it. Okay? So this is going to be completely different from A flat 7th, which has black keys for your outer notes. And similarly, C sharp 7th, you have this configuration. Try that out. And then try the chord. And then the F7th and the C7th. Chord. See? pretty soon, you get a feel for it. And your fingers will just set up properly before you play the chord. So let's get started with G7 then. So I will say the notes, we'll play them individually, followed by the chord. So 1, 2, 3, 4, G, B, D, F, chord. And bounce, you're always bouncing with the quarter notes. G, B, D, F, chord. 2, 3, 4. All right, up a half step, we have G sharp, B sharp, D sharp, F sharp. Let's try. 1, 2, 3, 4. G sharp, B sharp, D sharp, F sharp. 2. Now A flat. A flat, C, E flat, G flat, A flat 7th. Okay? All right, A 7th is next. We have A, C sharp, E, G. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. A, C sharp, E, G, chord. 2, 3, and again. A, C sharp, E, G, chord. 2, 3, 4. And up to B flat, we have B flat, D, F, A flat. Let's try. 1, 2, 3, 4. B flat, D, F, A flat, and your chord. And again, B flat, D, F, A flat, chord. 2, 3, 4. Okay, next is B 7th, B, D sharp, F sharp, A. Let's try. 1, 2, 3, 4. B, D sharp, F sharp, A, chord. 2, 3. Again, B, D sharp, F sharp, A, chord. 2, 3, 4. Next is C 7th, C, E, G, B flat. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. C, E, G, B flat. 2, 3, and again, C, E, G, B flat, and the chord. All right, we're going to go up a half step. We had C 7th, C, E, G, B flat. Now it's C sharp, E sharp, G sharp, B. And then when we do it the second time, it's going to turn into D flat 7th, which is D flat, F, A flat, C flat. All right, let's try it in C sharp. 1, 2, 3, 4. C sharp, E sharp, G sharp, B. 2. Now D flat, F, A flat, C flat, chord. 2, 3, 4. Good. And then up to D 7th, D, F sharp, A, C. Let's try. 1, 2, 3, 4. D, F sharp, A, C. 2, 3, 4. D, F sharp, A, C, and your chord. Okay, and I'm always moving my wrist. I don't want that to ever tighten up. All right, E flat 7th is next, and on your sheet, it's located down here by middle C. So here's E flat, G, B flat, and D flat. Let's try. 1, 2, 3, 4. E flat, G, B, D flat. And again, E flat, G, B flat, D flat. Great. Let's go up to E. E, G sharp, B, D. Try. 1, 2, 3, 4. E, G sharp, B, D, and the chord. And once again, E, G sharp, B, D, chord. 2, 3, off. And that brings us to F 7th. F, A, C, E flat. Let's try. 1, 2, 3, 4. F, A, C, E flat. That's an F 7th chord. F, A, C, E flat, chord. And next we have F sharp 7th, F sharp, A sharp, C sharp, E. Let's try. And then I'm going to play it as a G flat chord, which will be G flat, B flat, D flat, F flat. Okay? Here we go with the F sharp 7th. 1, 2, 3, 4. F sharp, A sharp, C sharp, E, F sharp 7th. Now we're going to do G flat 7th, G flat, B flat, D flat, F flat, G flat 7th chord. 3, off. All right, before doing the left hand chords, I'd recommend moving your seat instead of being situated here, which is the center of the piano. Maybe move your seat up to around here where this becomes the middle of your body, because we're going to be playing around here just below middle C. All right, let's give it a try. All right, try some left hand. Now I'm starting on G7th, and this is middle C, and I'm beginning on the G below middle C. Let's try. So we have G, B, D, F. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. G, B, D, F, chord. 2, 3, and again. G, B, D, F, G7th. Now go up to G sharp 7th or A flat 7th. So I'll recite them both. Let's start with G sharp 7th. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. G sharp, B sharp, D sharp, F sharp. There's your chord. Now in terms of A flat 7th, A flat, C, E flat, G flat, and your chord. Come on up to A 7th, A, C sharp, E, G. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. A, C sharp, E, G. There's your chord. A 7th. Again. A, C sharp, E, G, and your chord. Come on up to B flat 7th. All right, B flat, D, F, A flat. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. B flat, D, F, A flat. Good. Again. B flat, D, F, A flat. All right, next is B 7th. B, D sharp, F sharp, A. Let's try. 1, 2, 3, 4. B, D sharp, F sharp, A, B 7th chord. Again. B, D sharp, F sharp, A, chord. Come on up to C 7th. C, E, G, B flat. Let's try. 1, 2, 3, 4. C, E, G, B flat, and your chord. And again, C, E, G, B flat, and your chord. And next is C sharp 7th or D flat 7th. So C sharp is C sharp, E sharp, G sharp, B, and D flat 7th is D flat, F, A flat, C flat. So let's try the C sharp version. 1, 2, 3, 4. C sharp, E sharp, G sharp, B. 2, 3. And D flat, F, A flat, C flat, and D flat 7th. Up to D 7th, we have D, F sharp, A, C. Let's try. 1, 2, 3, 4. D, F sharp, A, C. There's your chord. D, F sharp, A, C. D 7th chord. Great. Next is E flat 7th, and I'm beginning, here's middle C. I'm beginning on the E flat below middle C. There are the notes. E flat, G, B flat, D flat. Let's try. 1, 2, 3, 4. E flat, G, B flat, D flat, E flat 7th. And again, E flat, G, B, D flat, and your chord. Okay, up to E seventh, E, G sharp, B, D. Let's try. 1, 2, 3, 4. E, G sharp, B, D, play. 2. Again. E, G sharp, B, D, chord. Let's try F seventh, F, A, C, E flat. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. F, A, C, E flat, and your chord. Again. F, A, C, E flat, chord. 2, 3, 4. And the last two are the N harmonic equivalents: F sharp seventh, F sharp, A sharp, C sharp, E, or G flat seventh, G flat, B flat, D flat, F flat. All right, so let's try the F sharp version. 1, 2, 3, 4. F sharp, A sharp, C sharp, E, F sharp seventh. Now we do G flat seventh, G flat, B flat, D flat, F flat. There's your G flat seventh. 3 and off. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video. Next time we're going to be taking each of these 7 chords and extracting a unique interval called a tritone from each one of them and having a good look at this interval. All right, so I'll see you next time, and please subscribe if you haven't already. Take care.